Things that make you go, December 1997, Bellevue, Washington. It's never real until it happens to you. I overheard a woman refer to her ex as, quote, my piece of shit husband, close quote. What kind of woman marries that kind of man? Many women think chronic antagonism is a sign of virility. John Travolta in Broken Arrow, for example. But that kind of masculinity is criminal. Meanwhile, most guys are more like John Travolta in Phenomenon, goofy but hopeful. It's good to be goofy and hopeful. There's a difference between sexism and wisdom. It may not be sexist for men to desire bimbos or for women to desire butt brutes, but it is probably unwise, foolish even, to satisfy that desire. Feminists need to believe that men are desperately afraid of women having power. The way feminists talk, you'd think their goal is to assure all women who behave unwisely are praised for their stupidity. So here we have 6% of the female population, women who are so frustrated when they discover their guy is just a regular Joe that they start smacking him around. On the other side, we have another 6% of the female population, women who did manage to snag a real man who is smacking them around. Somewhere in between, feminists blame all men first for not fulfilling women's more sordid sexual fantasies, second for the violence committed by the male bullies who do fulfill women's most sordid sexual fantasies, and third for blaming the victim when we refuse to take responsibility for the unhappiness of the women who are either smacking men around or are being smacked around by men. Do women love sociopaths? Sometimes it seems that way. Most managers feel employees need to be kept busy every moment, that slack time is counterproductive. But systems without slack can't bend under heavy loads. They break. I know an honest, hard-working woman whose ex left her with a child and refuses to pay any support. Every time she finds out where he is and reports this to the Office of Support Enforcement, he runs. The system is not working for her. I know an honest, hard-working man who makes a good income but lives on less than $600 a month because his ex was able to get most of his income awarded to her for child support, so she laughs all the way to the bank. The system is not working for him. Who does the system serve? Deadbeat dads, the real ones, and mooching mommies. Who does the system fail? The honest, hard-working people of both sexes. Traditionally, men have controlled access to economic and political power, while women have controlled access to reproduction and social power. Feminists staunchly assert the former, but generally deny the latter. One means of denying someone access to economic and political power is to ignore them. Knowing this, almost instinctively, many men respond to feminists by ignoring them. What you guys don't get is that it's too late for that. They've already got access, and now they're using their combined economic, political, and social clout to push you completely out. Act assertively, but reasonably now, or you'll be forced to react stupidly and aggressively later. Yeah, well, that was how many years ago, and here we are getting backed more and more into a corner. As programmers, engineers, and scientists push the evolution of technology further and faster, two things, and only two things, will be left to tower above all else: the heart and the mind, the love we feel for one another, and our ability to perceive a problem and conceive a solution. For the Backlash at Backlash.com, my name is Rod Van Mecklin.